Make sure you submit your music to the Discord, man. That could be you next getting your music played, man. You dig what I'm saying? Every time I start this stream, I'm gonna try to start it with some new music. So I try to encourage y'all to stay in that Discord, man. Stay in that Discord, man. You could be right here like D4. That's D4 right there on the couch, man. That's all his records you heard, man. You can come pull up too one day, man. You understand what I'm saying? You send the right music in, you'll be up here playing your shit. You dig what I'm saying, man? So if y'all fuck with D4, drop them ones in the chat. If you're ready for Coupe, drop the ones in the chat, man. So as y'all know, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we got the Legendary Cookouts going on. Today is Friday, so we got another one going on. Every time I do these, I want y'all to walk away with a little more knowledge as to who the hell is behind the scenes and who's out here making all of these hits and everything for y'all. You get what I'm saying? I want to put a face to the name, you know what I'm saying? As I've been doing for a couple years for myself and stuff, I want to kind of pass the torch on down on. This is kind of like my best way of doing it, I guess, you know what I'm saying? So without further ado, man, we're going to bring in the boy Coupe, man. Come on, Coupe, man. Let's get it, man.
Nah, what's up? What's up, chat? What's up, chat?
Get Coupe in here, man.
What's the word? What's the word?
The boy Coupe in here. Y'all drop them ones for Coupe right now, man. Y'all drop them ones for Coupe, man. Y'all drop them ones for Coupe. Drop them ones for Coupe, man. I need to see 1,000,001 for Coupe, man.
What's the word, man? Are they dropping them motherfuckers?
Hell yeah. The boy Coupe, man. Really, I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to ask you some questions though before we got into like the the records and stuff though. Like, just so kind of people be like a little familiar with who they looking at, and they might connect with you. I don't know, but
Yeah,
I really want to
for
know
sure.
like where you from, bro? Like where'd you come from? Like where's your origination story from? Like what is this?
Nah, well, I'm originally from, I was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So I was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. My family, later on, we moved down. My dad moved us to Macon, Georgia. So like Macon, Georgia is like a small town, about an hour, 30 minutes away from Atlanta.
Yeah.
So we moved from Pittsburgh to Macon because he got a better job down there. And I've been in Macon ever since. I grew up and I was raised in Macon, Georgia. It's literally like an hour, 30 minutes down the road.
I know Macon. That's what niggas be doing hella shows. So Macon is like,
It's the fucking country.
yeah, I know. Country as fuck, bro.
This the fucking country. But it's lit. I fuck with myself.
Well, how you start making beats out there?
The funny thing about it is,
Well, how old are you, first of all, if you don't mind me asking?
well, I'm 32, so I'm 32. I started a little late, but I'm 32. So, I started making beats late. Like I wasn't even making beats in Macon. Like in Macon, I was just like playing for churches and stuff. Like I was just playing on the piano, learned how to play the drums first, then moved to piano, and I did that for like all up in like until I got grown. I didn't start making beats until like 2015. I ain't gonna even lie, like, well, first, all through high school when I was like playing piano, like all my homies was like, bro, you need to make beats, bro. You need to get on FL Studio and make beats. And I was like, bro, I don't know what that shit is. Like, I just want to like play the piano. That's all I wanted to do. So I did that. And then when I got like a little bit older, when y'all came in the game and started making them crazy records, that's why I said 2015 is kind of when I started. Like when y'all was in the game making them crazy records, I was like, man, I want to make beats, bro. Like, bro, early Thug, early Future, like all that shit. That's really what got me into like, oh, I want to make beats. At first, I was saying it for like 2-3 years, and then I really picked it up. 2015, I was like, yeah, I gotta make beats. And that's,
Yeah.
that's
Hey, yo,
when I
that
started.
Sonny, did you? Yeah,
You remember the first beat that you made?
Hell yeah, that shit was ass. That shit was horrible because I was using like stock drums. That shit was bad.
You started on FL too?
Yeah. The crazy shit about it is when I first started, my homie gave me the crack version.
Yeah.
So like I would have to like make the whole beat, like play the whole beat out first and like finish it and bounce it. Because if I didn't, I couldn't go back in and type shit.
Yeah, you couldn't say that shit.
So
yeah.
that's kind of how I first started, and I did that for like the first 6 months of making that shit, like until my homie he gave me the real version type shit.
Boom, you started making beats and shit though, right? So like, what was like your first like placement? I ain't gonna say your big one though, but like your first like, oh, I probably can do this type move. You know what I'm saying?
So my first one, it's kind of funny. It wasn't a big placement, but rest in peace, my boy Barry Bonkers. He's the reason I got my tag, everything. Like he told me to do the tag the way I did, the way I have it now and everything. But he was really the reason. So I met him through a mutual friend of ours that made beats too, and he's just a local artist in Atlanta. Barry Bonkers. His name was Barry Bonkers, and he just like he heard some of my first beats and they was horrible. But at that point, I was like heavy on samples. So I would just like take samples and I wouldn't even chop it in like slice or anything. I just put it on the grid and slice it on the grid and make beats to it. And he fucked with it. So he was like the first person that like really like took a liking to my beats type shit. And then with him, I made beats like a full straight year just with him, like learning and shit. So he was like the one who's like, he wasn't a big artist, but he believed in me.
He was rapping on your shit.
Yeah, he was rapping on my shit.
So he was
every
basically
time.
he was polishing your shit up though, even when it was ass type shit though.
Hell yeah, it was definitely ass. But he was only rapping on my shit. That's why I fucked with him so heavy. Only my beats. I was like, damn, I fuck with you. And he had other people he could get beats from.
Was he fire though?
Yeah, he was fire. He was fire. I wish I knew what I knew now back then. You know, rest in peace to Barry though. He passed away. But before he could, get his like flowers and shit. But like if I knew what I knew now, he would definitely be lit, bro.
Yeah. I gotta ask this question. So what was your first big placement, bro?
So my first big placement was with Nudy. So
Okay, let's stop right there.
Okay.
What was your first encounter with Nudy now?
So my first encounter with Nudy was the end of 2018. So my homeboy Rico, shout out Rico, I had met him through a club promoter named Johnny, I call him Johnny V, but his name is Valentine. But I met him through him, my boy Rico, and Rico at the time was Nudy's assistant. So Rico was
talking
like,
about Rico that we know?
yeah, Rico.
Okay.
Rico. So Rico put me in the door and was like, bro, send me some beats. Let me see if I need some beats for Nudy. Because at
So
the
now I
time,
gotta ask the question: how you know? Where did Rico come in with?
well, the dude that introduced me to Rico, he was a club promoter, Valentine.
You talking about Valentine, the dark skin, tall nigga?
Yeah.
Oh wow. So how you know Valentine then?
We going down the whole timeline.
Now I know these people though, so you know.
So Valentine, we worked together. So okay, let me get a rundown. So I had this job and I worked there with Valentine. Where on my breaks, every break, 15-hour, I'm making beats. And he used to always come by, bro, why the fuck you got that laptop open with that shit on? What are you doing? I'm like, bro, I'm making beats. I did that every day. He was like, oh, so you serious? Because you be here every day. I was like, hell yeah. He was like, well,
Where you was working at?
I was working at this place called All Connect. It's just like,
What the hell you had to do up there?
it's like internet shit.
Okay.
Like working at Xfinity, some shit like that. It's like AT&T, Xfinity, cable, internet, yeah, type shit. So I was working there, and that's where we met.
Yeah, okay, and so he figured out you made beats from right there.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then from there, that's when...
He introduced me to Rico because he was like, oh, if you make beats, let me hear something. And I played it for him, and he was like, bro, these beats are crazy. So he was like, let me play it for my boy. My boy be around all the rappers. You know, everybody. And so he took me to the club, and I met Rico.
Okay.
And we was at 11:45.
Okay.
I met Rico at 11:45. He was like, this is my boy, he's cold. And me and Rico, we just exchanged contacts type shit. And then, like, a week later, Rico was like, hey, send me a pack for Nudy. I'm in the studio with Nudy, send me a pack. And I sent him a pack. And then he hit me back. He was like, man, just pull up to the studio. And then that's when I met Nudy. This was in December 2018.
Damn, so yeah, just started making beats when?
2015, the end of 2015, I started making beats.
Yeah, damn, bro. That's crazy as fuck, bro. All right, so Moon. All right, so 3 years in, you with Nudy now. But I'm pretty sure when you get with Nudy, it just don't go like the skyrocket.
Man, hell nah. Man, my first session with Nudy was that session I was talking about with Rico. I go in there, we play some beats. He picks one beat, which is my favorite song from us still to this day, just one of my personal favorites because it's the first beat. He raps on it, shit cold. He goes to like this J. Cole camp type shit, and he plays it for him. J. Cole and them like the song fire. So I didn't think I done made it. I'm like, damn, I done made this motherfucker. Boy, J. Cole said this shit fire, I done made it. So after that, I quit my fucking job. Like a dumbass. I'm like, shit, J. Cole said my shit fire. I ain't gotta work no more. I done made it.
What's that? Bro. Okay, so you quit the job now.
Yeah, I done quit the job. I went, now this reminds you, this in December. So I done quit the job. I done went to the session, got a placement. I felt like a placement with Nudy. And then I'm thinking because it's J. Cole and woo, 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 I'm like, oh, I'm good. I don't have to, like, I can just make beats. I'm gonna make it. He don't record for the rest of the year. He starts back up the next year, and Rico ended up hitting me again, and they went to Miami to record Slamir. So they go to Miami to record Slamir, and Rico like, man, have Coupe come down here, man. Fuck with Coupe. You need to come down here. So Nigga was like, cool, he can come. And I went down there, pause. I went down there.
I'm about to say.
And then I had to. But I went down there and I was working on beats, and he just keep telling me, these beats ain't it, bro. These shits is ass, bro. So he like, the whole time I'm down there, I'm trying
Who's
to make
telling you that? Is it Rico?
Nudy.
Oh.
Nudy, I'm making them. Like we had a setup at the house and we had the studio. So I'm making them and I'm sending them, and he like, these ain't it. These ain't it. So he's not doing them. And then he just starts recording on Slamir. So once they finish with Slamir, I'm down there for like a month. No beats, no nothing. Like we come back and we're back in Atlanta, and I'm still making beats, and he's finished with that. He's working on new stuff. Every time we had the sessions on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Every time I come in and play beats, he's like, bro, these bitches is ass. These bitches is garbage. Like garbage. Like he'll get on the, like, you know, you got the top box, they can talk loud. He'll be like, put me on top box. He'll be like, tell Coupe them beats is ass. I'll be like, damn. He like, make some more. I'll be like, damn. I be done sending like 20 beats. He be like, all them bitches ass. So I stop, make some more. And we do it again, and he said they ass again. So for like 3 months, 4 months.
But hey, look,
nothing.
But a nigga gotta believe in you to just let you keep on shooting, bro. Like niggas had to see something in you, bro. Like
It wasn't just that. I was driving and doing other stuff too to stay around.
shit,
Like,
say what you were doing, nigga. Shit, let these niggas know. Like these niggas, hey.
I just wasn't hanging around. Like he had to go to Houston for a show. Rico was like, "You trying to come?" I was like, "Yeah, I helped drive. I drove half the way there." Like I was like, "I don't give a fuck as long as I'm around. I don't give a damn. I ain't got no job. I ain't got shit to do. I ain't got shit to do, bro. I ain't got nothing to do. So shit, if I need to drive, y'all can strap me to the top. I'm finna be there. I don't give a damn." So shit.
Oh shit.
Niggas did what they had to do. So I mean, I used to do that and just be around, bro. The biggest thing I can say is if you're trying to get in the game and maybe your shit ain't just fire, you ain't the biggest producer, be an asset to people. Like, don't be a liability. Be an asset. Like, whatever you can do to help out, just help out. Like, you feel me? Some niggas just come around and just be leeching and just want to be around. It's like, bro, be an asset. Because that made people think of you differently anyway. You feel me?
So
like,
did he like look at you as a producer, or he looked at you as just somebody that can help, like and like you make beats on the side type shit though?
Nah, he knew I was a producer. He knew I was a producer because during this whole time, whether I was driving or not, I was still making beats.
Yeah.
Like, I was still making beats. And he ended up telling me one day, he was like, we had another producer at the time that was with us every day, 20 Rocket. He was like, 20 Rocket is, and he's still cold. He was like, go full with 20 Rocket. Like, y'all work together. And because 20 Rocket, he's like, he know my sound right now. So I started working with 20 Rocket, and that's kind of, I took what I knew and then what I learned from him too and just put it together. That kind of helped me too. And Nudy too, because Nudy was like, bro, you got to use certain sounds. He was like, you got to use certain sounds that sound fire and shit. So I kind of just took that. But he knew I was a producer. But I was just like, man, I help out just anything to stay around. You get what I'm saying? Stay around the music.
So what the hell was you doing to make money in between time?
Unemployment. Unemployment. Once COVID popped off, that's when my first placement happened.
Which
so
was?
Anyways, it was Blue Cheese Salad.
Okay.
So like I did most of Anyways, but the biggest song that I actually made money off of was Blue Cheese Salad.
Blue Cheese Salad.
And that was February 2020. February 2020 that dropped. First song, yeah.
Damn, so was that the first beat he was like, yeah, I like this one?
First beat.
This the first beat he said he liked?
That's the first beat. All these beats on this motherfucker album are the first beats that he liked. This was so, you got December, January, February, March. In March, he started liking my beats at the end of March.
It took this nigga like 6 months to start liking your beats?
Damn near. It was crazy. It was like 5-6 months
I
ahead.
want to hear a Coupe beat. I want to hear like the like Nudy likable Coupe beats. I want to see what he didn't like, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, it's crazy because they were fire, but they weren't. See, that's what helped me as a producer. They weren't his sound. Because at a moment in time, I was doing like R&B-ish kind of beats, like that type of vibe. So it wasn't like turned up shit like this. It wasn't like that. So I didn't understand at the time that like when you work with an artist, you got to go based off their sound. Yeah. I'm just like, I got beats.
Yeah.
Here's beats. And he like, this shit is ass. Take it back. Type shit.
So look. There's one thing I be trying to preach to the producers. When he told you your shit was ass, how did you take that shit, bro?
Shit, I need to work harder.
Hold on. When he told Coupe when he said, hey Coupe, this shit ass.
I gotta work harder, man. I gotta work harder. I'm gonna get there, but I gotta work harder. I ain't taking no for. See, but me, I'm not taking no as an answer ever. So it's no for now.
Yeah, but
it's no for now, but it's gonna be yes soon. So it's like I could take that criticism. That criticism, it was constructive. He said it in his own way. But even if it was like some shit like where he's like his ass, I'ma still keep going. Like criticism help you get better.
Where did you get your tag from, brother?
So funny thing about my tag is D. Will. I don't know. You know who D. Will is?
Yeah, of course.
D. Will. He was on Instagram and he was like, I'm making folks tags. So if you need a tag, hey, tap in. So I hit him up and I was like, my favorite tags was like Southside because it sounded like a girl. I thought it was a girl. Southside, yeah. So that C note, honorable C note, and then C4. You remember C4 tag? C4. So I was like, dang, I gotta get a girl tag. That shit's so fire. So I hit him. I was like, can you like give me like a girl tag that just say my name? And then D. Will did He did that. He did the.
That ain't his voice, is it?
No, that's a girl. He said he got a girl for me, and it was like Coupe, and I was like, damn, that's fire. So I paid him like $50 for the tag. I paid him like $50 for the tag.
That's hard.
And then my homie Barry Bonkers that I was thinking about, rest in peace Barry, he was like, your tag fire, but I done heard that shit before. So he's like, you need to do something new. He was like, maybe if you do like a swerving off or a car starter at the front of it, that'd be dope. And I was like, that shit sound lame as hell, bro. And he was like, try it. So I had looked up a Bentley car starter, and then that's where I got it, and that's where the car started.
Oh, okay.
You feel me?
I was about to ask you about the Bentley on your screen, man.
Well, the Bentley came from college. Like when I played football in high school, my coach hated my government name. He was like, I'm not calling you that. So he's like, I'm gonna call you Coupe.
Your first name was Bentley?
No, my first name is not Bentley. I ain't giving y'all my government.
We can look it up. I mean, it's on Genius.
Y'all can look it up, but I don't fuck with my government.
It's public information, my boy.
but so
you are Coupe now, my boy. Like it's not hard. I should do it right now, just so you know what I'm saying.
Y'all chat, just go look it up. Just go look it up.
Y'all go look it up and put it in the chat.
Yeah, go put it in the chat. My first name.
Y'all go look up his name and put it in the chat, man.
Chill. But my coach.
I already knew it.
My coach didn't want to call me that. He was like, hell nah. He was like, I'm gonna call you Coupe. So everybody started calling me Coupe.
Hold on, so what did Coupe come around? That's your name?
My last name Cooper.
Oh, Cooper.
Cooper.
Okay. Coupe.
So Cooper. So he was like, I'm gonna call you Coupe. Everybody started calling me Coupe, and then the girls called me Bentley Coupe. They were like, Bentley. They used to be like, Bentley Coupe. I was like, damn, I'm gonna keep that. So that's where I got the Bentley Coupe from.
Okay, cool. That's what's up, bro.
That's where that whole name, and then
shout out to D. Will, man.
Yeah, shout out to D. Will. He gave me a crazy tag.
There you go, right there.
Chill out. They talking about ain't nothing wrong with it. Yeah. Bro. Nah, done saying is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. The crazy thing about that is I made that in Metro Studio in LA.
Bro.
So we
made it by yourself?
Yeah, I made it by myself.
Them motherfucker is tripping, my boy.
So what happened was we went to LA. We was in LA recording. It was Drill first time in LA. So we were all in LA, me, Drill, and Nudy, and we went to Metro Studio. And
hold on, let me ask you: did you know? You was already tapped in Baby Drill before this.
Yeah, I knew him before this, before the rapping and stuff. Yeah, he used to be around us. He used to be in the studio with us, kicking.
Oh, so he wasn't rapping before, like he wasn't.
Nah, he wasn't rapping. The first time I heard him rap was around Dr. Evil time. Like I was making a beat for Nudy for Dr. Evil, and me and 20 Rocket had a beat playing, and he just came in
20 Rock or 30 Rock?
20 Rocket.
Oh,
that was Nudy's other producer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 20 Rocket.
Oh, I'm tripping. You just called it short.
Yeah, 20 Rocket.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, we were making a beat and he just came in freestyling like crazy.
So he wasn't a rapper though?
Nah, he wasn't a rapper. He just used to be around us kicking it.
When you heard him, you ain't like, dang, bro, you got a decent voice. Like you got a different kind of voice.
Nah, not initially. When I first heard him, I'm like, damn, he freestyling though. Me and 20 was tripping. He just came and freestyling on the beat. I was like, damn, he going crazy. But 20 really was like, bro, I just sent him some beats, he the one. Like 20 told me that. Mm-hmm. Like 20 was like, bro, I sent him some beats, he the one, bro. I was like, bro, I believe you. That freestyle that he just did in the studio, he's just freestyling. Like, yeah, he the one. So that's kind of how that went. And I started sending them beats too. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of how like Baby Drill, we started with him.
How did he get this beat right here? What?
So when we was in the studio with, we was at Metro Studio and I was making a beat. And here's another thing about criticism. Cause Ethan was there, Ethan recorded this. And that's Metro Engineer if y'all don't know. But I had made a beat before this and Nudy was like, man, this shit ass, bro.
God damn, bro. This nigga the king of calling your shit ass, bro.
Oh, bro, he's still to this day. If I send him a pack of beats and he like, this ain't what I'm looking for, he like, bro, this shit ass. I need some more. Still to this day. I'm still learning. I'm still learning, bro.
He might really fuck with you though. Be like, yo, this shit ass, bro.
But you know, he don't mean like back then he meant it was ass. Now he don't mean it's ass now. It's just like if I send something like it ain't what I'm looking for.
I respect niggas tell niggas that shit ass, bro.
Yeah.
I like the blunt. I like shit. Tell me what it is, bro.
That's why I be like that. I be like, man, that shit ass. Like, I don't give a fuck.
I'm not gonna make no more of this shit for you, bro. Like I know this is not what you want right now.
This is not what you want. Like, so yeah, so I had made a beat in front of him. He was like, man, I'm not fucking with this. This shit ass. He was like, make something more bouncy and more like vibier and turn. And then right after that, I made Done Saying in like 5 minutes.
You made this in 5 minutes?
I made it in 5 minutes. I made like 5 minutes, like 5-6 minutes. It was crazy. Man, Young Drill.
Hey there, Young Drill?
That's Young Drill.
Oh,
This was Christmas.
How old is Every beat you're gonna hear tonight, produced by Coupe on the motherfucking beat. You know what time it is, man. Y'all drop them ones in the chat for Coupe. Y'all drop them fucking ones in the chat for Coupe. Y'all drop them ones. Drop a million ones in that shit. Missy, what's happening?
With no God, and peeling a nosedive, spinning a block and spinning a long time, pretending I don't cry. I be telling a lie the day that I tell you I don't lie.
It's an old beat. It's an old one.
Super old.
Y'all drop them Coupes in the car.
Coupe. I'm crying.
This will pop it off. We not doing that. This one really pops it off.
I already know.
Yeah, it bit pops it off.
I know it's on. Oh, yeah. Look here. Hey! Hey! Hold on, man. Hold on. Look at Freaky Coupe, man. Ah,
Look at his eyes, bro.
Bro, I was enjoying I was drunk. Don't judge me, I was drunk. I was enjoying myself.
hold on, man.
It was a lot of ass going on
We
out there.
found the man of the hour. Hold on. Goddamn! Goddamn! You know you made it, dude.
You know what? I didn't put my tag on. What you mean?
My
It sounds like that.
We're gonna keep on going, man. This nigga is not stopping.
Okay.
Y'all drop the motherfucking ones in the chat for Coupe, man. I said drop the motherfucking ones in the chat for Coupe, man. We got Coupe in the